Hi everyone and welcome once again to NJPW Extra. I'm Chris Charlton right here in the New Japan Event Center, and we've got a stacked episode to bring you this week. Plenty to talk about from Best of the Super Juniors, World Tag League and NJPW Strong, and a great exclusive match this week as Yuya Uemura will be taking on Barrett Brown from Action in Texas. So a lot to get to. Let's get started by looking at what's happening in New Japan Pro Wrestling around the world this week. In Japan, and 1 week later, we're all still buzzing about the Best of the Super Junior card in Aichi's Dolphins Arena last Sunday, and two epic rivalries playing out inside the Cerulean Blue and Best of the Super Junior 28. Robbie Eagles finally got his first ever pinfall victory over El Phantasmo in singles competition in an intense and dangerous war. And the main event that night was just as physical as El Desperado and Hiromu Takahashi continued their bitter feud through an unbelievable 30-minute draw. Post-match, Hiromu forcing Desperado to promise that he'll make the finals of the tournament December 15th in Ryogoku, just so that they can do it again with no time limit this time. Both of those matches unbelievable. Both of those matches now available on demand in English on njpwworld.com. And the tournament continues apace as we get down towards that December the 15th final. Monday night in Korakuen Hall, Hiromu Takahashi will take on El Phantasmo in a replay of their January the 4th Tokyo Dome match. Then Best of the Super Juniors will pick up on Friday in Saitama as Yo takes on El Desperado. Yo, who has had a trying start to his Best of the Super Juniors and couldn't buy a win, but can he pick off the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion? Then Sunday in Shizuoka, it's Bushi versus Desperado, a battle of the two masked men. All of those events will be live in Japanese and in English on demand on NJPW World. Meanwhile, Sho has been steadily putting together win after win, albeit in dirty circumstances, while in World Tag League, the wealth was more evenly distributed heading into this week. Dangerous Tekkers, Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr., Los Ingobernables de Japón of Tetsuya Naito and Sanada, and the quote-unquote Team Bebop High School of Toriano and Hiroshi Tanahashi all started the week unbeaten at 6 points. But this situation would change as the matches played out, and things continue to get intense this week. On Tuesday, LIJ will face the United Empire team of Great O-Khan and Aaron Henare, and Saturday in Yamanashi, Yano and Tanahashi will take on the Gorillas of Destiny. Meanwhile, on Thursday in Saitama, LIJ will face Dangerous Tekkers in a big main event, that being broadcast on demand on NJPW World, and again, all of these events on demand in English until December the 15th, and both finals live and in English from Ryogoku Sumo Hall. NJPW Strong this week saw the Showdown series from Philadelphia come to a close with a stacked lineup that started with the Alex Coughlin Open Challenge Series against the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. The Code of Honor was followed for this one as the former ROH Pure Champion set to work against Alex Coughlin. And this was a fantastic technical matchup. Gresham had Coughlin under control until the LA Dojo member showed his power, deadlifting the leader of the foundation and following up with a powerful bear hug. Both hugely strong athletes matched power and wills, but it all ended in a flash with a quick hit scissors and hook of the leg with a flash pin for Jonathan Gresham. Following up on an explosive 10-man tag at Battle in the Valley, Fred Rosser headed up another team of 5 to take on Team Filthy this week at Showdown. After having his hair forcefully cut a couple of weeks ago, Rosser was not going to stand on ceremony and headed straight to the ring to get some of Lawler, only to find himself taken over and in the wrong corner. Yet the suntan Superman was aptly named and took out 5 men on the outside of the ring, and Ren Narita and Rocky Romero rocked Team Filthy. But as Danny Limelight went for the symbiote DDT, he was countered into the Diablo Armbar before a shocking disqualification. A figure not just from Rocky Romero's past, but a figure that is Rocky Romero's past. Black Tiger is part of Team Filthy, in shocking scenes that are sure to have repercussions down the line. The Stray Dog Army of Barrett Brown, Mysterioso, and Bateman took on Violence Unlimited, Brody King, Chris Dickinson, and Daniel Garcia, with Red Death teaming very well with Violence Unlimited, as all three members of the Stray Dog Army were tied up in submissions, and then, not just in stereo but in triplicate surround sound, pile drivers with the Ganso bomb dead center for Brody King picking up the victory. But it was all about the Philadelphia street fight. Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley taking on Lance Archer and Minoru Suzuki. The match started as it meant to go on, with violent backs and forths, and in this Philly street fight, the toys came out very quickly. After heavy cane shots, all four men fought to the back of the 2300 arena, where Moxley was sent headfirst into a truck, and Kingston would even fling a cinder block as he tried to take Suzuki-gun heads. There was no subtlety hammer to be found in Philadelphia, but Jon Moxley did bring a forbidden door into action, and Lance Archer was sent through it, but with Suzuki's aid, a blackout to Kingston through a trash can would deliver victory to Suzuki. So, some fantastic action happening around the world this week in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And we're well on the road to Wrestle Kingdom 16 as well. Make sure you check out njpw1972.com for some mammoth news and some incendiary videos posted on the official English YouTube channel earlier this week. And action is continuing, of course, in 2021. Best of the Super Juniors and World Tag League Finals are taking place December the 15th, live and in English on njpwworld.com. And the action isn't done for NJPW Strong this year either. December the 9th, we hit the Vermont Hollywood for the last Strong tapings of the year and Nemesis. 3 big returns, 3 big singles matches highlighting that card. How about Jonah, who made his debut at Riverside tapings? He'll be taking on David Finlay. Christopher Daniels, he hasn't wrestled in a New Japan ring since 2018 in the US, and he'll be taking on Jay White, a battle of 2 of the sharpest minds in professional wrestling, no doubt. And then you think of something completely different? How about the Mad King, Eddie Kingston? We just saw him on NJPW Strong this week, and he'll be returning to take on Gabriel Kidd, as Gabriel Kidd looks to make a huge mark heading into 2022. But how about some action right here this week on Extra? We're going to go back to Texas earlier this autumn, and it's going to be Yuya Uemura continuing his ascent against Barrett Brown one-on-one. Matt Raywalt and Alex Kozlov calling the action. Let's head to ringside.
That's right, invited by Shibata-san to join the LA Dojo while he is here in America, and actually right here on New Japan Strong Extra not too long ago, Yuya Uemura took on David Finlay in a very impressive contest that we got to witness. Right now, obviously in this matchup, the size factor going to Uemura. Maybe a bit of that experience factor going to Barrett Brown. We'll see what wins out in the end, as these two athletes start to feel each other out. Grappling to begin the contest. Back and forth, both members going counter for counter here. Here we go.
Taking the waist here by Barrett Brown. And yeah, like you said, Yuya is probably got the strength advantage here, but the experience level of Barrett Brown, I think he knows exactly how to get out of each hold. He's been in them before.
And Barrett Brown here, you know, we alluded to it before, not flanked tonight by the members of the Stray Dog Army. You know, do you think that plays a factor here? Do you think they're watching closely? What kind of role do you think it plays that he's out here on his own?
He doesn't have the rest of the Stray Dog Army, but he's got the Stray Dog Army here in attendance in Texas. His fans here excited to see him.
Obviously learned a lot. And he's got experience on his own. But that tutelage from the kind of enigmatic Bateman plays a role in his career so far as well. But Yuya Uemura, a very, very much more straight-laced young lion.
You can see Yuya tried to use his strength to pick him up, but Bear Brown applied a little bit more pressure on the tempo of.
That's all he needed to do. That's all he needed to do. Didn't need to do anything. Just squeeze tight on that headlock as he maintains control of Uemura right now.
Once again, Yuya tried to shoot him off, another way to escape from that headlock, but Barry Brown has got a really tight headlock right now.
He's going to have to try something different. He's going to have to exhaust some of his options.
Typically, guys don't tap out from this, but it's a very uncomfortable position to be in. And now a couple shots to the ribcage area and shooting him off, and is able to get a headlock of his own.
Very unique way of getting out of that headlock. Didn't simply fire him off, but he goes into the cover here. Quick kick out by Barrett Brown.
Goes straight to the arm there.
And Uemura here, it seems like every crowd he gets in front of, he's still very early in his career, but he has this almost sense of likability. People can see the passion. People can see the effort as Barrett Brown reaching into seemingly the eyes, hair, forehead, I don't know, whatever you'd like to justify it now, kicking the rope at the throat.
This is the effect that Bateman has had on Barrett Brown, and since then, he's been able to get wins in his matches, to the disappointment of his fans here. I mean, he has realized that, doing anything by any means necessary is how he gets things done.
After maintaining such a cool, calm, collected beginning.
Ooh, what a extension on that forearm.
Barrett Brown seemed, a little bit of fire up from Uemura, and he had to take any way out to get free in this matchup. But like you said, it has worked. He is on top right now as he controls Yuya right here on the ground.
Driving that knee into the back of Yuya while pulling on that chin backwards.
Look at the intensity on the face of Barrett Brown.
The devil is in the details, as Bateman likes to say.
The devil is also in the tactics so far of Barrett Brown.
Certainly.
Cheap shot, Barrett, cheap shot.
He's over here talking a little bit of smack to his hometown crowd here.
He's just trying to
the Texas boy.
Trying to negotiate with them.
Negotiate? What?
Let them understand what he's trying to do, why he's doing it.
Oh, come on. Why is he doing that then?
Well, it's
blatant
effective.
Blatant choke. On the ropes, nonetheless.
It's an effective way to wear down your opponent. You've got 4 seconds.
So is hitting him with a Mack truck, but we're not allowed to do that here either. But I have to admit, maybe he feels threatened by the young lion, Yuya Uemura.
We've seen that before. He tries to suplex his opponents into the corner, but Yuya clearly stronger, able to reverse that.
What explosiveness from Yuya Uemura.
Yeah, Barrett felt that one.
And that's the thing, you can't give a young man like this an inch. He
Trading
will fight.
shots here at the same time.
Now there's no more trading going on. It is all Yuya in this exchange right now.
Oh.
Like, no! Until Barrett fires back with some of his own. Much of the chagrin of the Texas crowd, and what a reversal by Yuya. Snapping him down right into that armbar.
Cut that punch, and now Barrett Brown is on the mat in a compromised position, but he has been doing this a while. He's aware of where he's at, and he reaches for that rope, and Yuya needs to let go. Don't get overly excited, Yuya.
That is that ring awareness. The more experienced competitor in Barrett Brown.
How quickly did the Texas crowd turn on his local
Or
guy?
you could argue that how quickly did he turn on them?
He didn't turn on him. He's just doing what's effective. He's trying to take that W back to his hometown.
Clearly, they do not agree with his tactics and aren't happy with him. And here is that suplex you alluded to earlier, folding Yuya Uemura right on the back of his neck. Into the cover goes Barrett Brown. It's a 2.
Oh, that was a close one, but you can see the pain that Yuya is in as he collapsed right on his neck on that suplex.
He did, but he still found the heart within to kick out. Now Barrett Brown's got to wonder what's going to be the shot that puts away this young man who's been so impressive every time he's stepped into a New Japan Strong ring.
The fans are showing some support and
Firmly behind Yuya Uemura. And I wouldn't poke this bear. As a veteran, you should know.
Bear Brown is getting in the head, trying to get in the head of Yuya, but Yuya blasts him with a hard forearm.
That's a hard head to get into. Yuya Uemura is very, very tough.
Yes, very hard-headed. He just won't give up.
Beautiful counter by Barrett Brown into the cover,
Oh!
but no!
That's the thing with these LA Dojo boys, is they will never give up if they've got the heart. It's usually their body that will give.
Sometimes a little headstrong. They want to run face first into battle no matter the risk, which can often be rewarding but often lead to some devastating consequences. But Yuya right now is staying in this contest.
Bear Brown tried to go to the top, but Yuya cut him off here and is looking to arm drag him off the top. But Baron,
Dangerous spot. Barrett fighting him off.
dangerous position. High risk here. Will Bear Brown be able to connect?
Once again,
Yuya
no,
goes
up
out of
and
the way.
over.
Goes behind, goes for that schoolboy.
Schoolboy could be it.
Oh, beautiful extension. Oh, what?
Tries to hold that tight, but referee Jeremy Marcus, excellent call, saw that. And finally, some of these tactics are catching up to Barrett
Come on,
Brown.
it's Texas. All rules out
Oh!
the way here.
Beautiful
team.
arm drag. Shades of the legend Ricky Steamboat with those. And now a beautiful double
What a
underhook
suplex.
suplex into the cover.
Oh,
That's
my
it.
God! Yuya just pinned the local Barry Brown, Texas's own.
What an impressive finish to that matchup. Hooking both arms. Beautiful bridge on that double underhook suplex. And Yuya Uemura picks up the victory here in Dallas.
I did not see that one coming, honestly.
A flash out of nowhere. That's the explosiveness. That's the power that Yuya Uemura brings.
Well, the way that he had both his arms trapped on that suplex, probably impossible to kick
I
out.
was just about to say the same thing. Very smart maneuver from Yuya Uemura.
Maneuver.
Excellent showing from that young man right there. In another contest here on New Japan Strong Extra. Subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. You know what to do, ladies and gentlemen.
Another great match to round things out right here on NJPW Extra. We'll be back next week with some more updates for you from Strong, World Tag League, Best of the Super Junior, and much, much more. And an incredible match that you do not want to miss next week. A dream singles encounter perhaps. Switchblade Jay White goes one-on-one with Red Death Daniel Garcia. That coming up next week on Extra. Don't you dare miss it. And I'll see you next time. Until then, Gokigenyo. Sayonara.